Welcome once again to M5's English language learning program, Let's Speak English. I'm Gav Duncan and I'm here on your TV to help you learn English. Now, are you sitting comfortably? Yes? Good. And are you ready for today's lesson? Yes? Good. Okay. Well, let's learn English together. Hello everyone. How are you all today? Did you have a great evening? Did you have a fantastic night's sleep? Did you wake up feeling as fresh as a daisy? You did? Well, that's excellent. Congratulations. So, that must mean that you're ready. Ready for another day of English revision. Ready for another trip down memory lane. Back to week 33. Okay. So at the end of yesterday's lesson, we looked at the present continuous and I commented on how versatile it was. Do you remember? Of course you do. Now, we looked at the adjective versatile and I used the adjective versatile in a couple of sentences to show you how we can use it. A computer is a very versatile machine, for example. We also learned that we can use the adjective versatile with people too. A football player who can control a football with both feet is more versatile than a football player who can only control a football with one foot. Now, think about the most versatile things we know. That's right, the Transformer robots. Transformers, robots in disguise! Just stop for a moment and think about how versatile Transformer robots are. They're cars and motorbikes and lorries and metal dinosaurs. And then they're robots again. And they can run and jump and fly and, well, they can do all sorts of things. So, the fact that they can do all sorts of things means that they're versatile. Some Transformers are robots and also fridges. And some other Transformers are robots that turn into vehicles, like cars and lorries, like Refrigeron and Magnimus. Well, okay, perhaps Magnimus isn't the most versatile robot. He seems to lack intelligence, which is a problem. He forgot about the passengers when he transformed back into a robot. So, that's not very good, is it? But other Transformers are more intelligent, and so they're more versatile. Look at the other Transformer, Refrigeron. He's a robot and a fridge. He could come with you on a picnic. You'd always have cold drinks and you wouldn't have to carry everything or anything. Refrigeron would carry everything. Okay, now let's think about something less depressing than Magnimus accidentally killing the two passengers who were sitting in him. Let's think about what we started yesterday. When we finished yesterday, we were talking about some things being more versatile than others. And so, we're talking about what? That's right. We're talking about comparison. And we're using a comparative form of an adjective. Okay. Who remembers the rules we use when we're talking about comparative adjectives? You all do? Well, that's very impressive. Still, just to make sure, let's quickly run through the rules we use for comparative adjectives. Now, as I'm sure you all remember, the thing we need to remember with comparative forms is that the key is the syllable. Who remembers what a syllable is? That's right. A syllable is a sound in a word. So if we think about the word Budapest, then we know that it's got 3 syllables. Budapest. If we think about the capital of Argentina, then we know that it has 4 syllables. Buenos Aires. Simple. Okay, but why are we talking about syllables? That's right, we're talking about syllables because they're important for comparative forms of adjectives. If the adjective is a short adjective, if it's got 1 syllable, then we make the comparative form by adding er to the end of the adjective. This way, the comparative form of the adjective old is older, and the comparative form of the adjective slow is slower. Now, if the adjective is longer, if the adjective has got 2 or 3 or 4 syllables, then we don't add er to the end of the adjective. If the adjective has got more than 1 syllable, then we leave the adjective and put the word more in front of it. So, the comparative form of the adjective intelligent is not intelligenter, but more intelligent. Similarly, the comparative form of the adjective impressive is not impressiver, but more impressive. Now, let's just think about short adjectives again, shall we? We also know that we have to be careful with the spelling when we make the comparative forms of adjectives with 1 syllable. Who remembers what vowels and consonants are? You all do? My God, that's very impressive. Okay, so when we think about the English alphabet, we can divide the letters into 2 groups. The first group are the vowels, the letters A, E, I, O, and U are the vowels. All the other letters in the alphabet are consonants. Okay, now if the adjective ends in vowel plus consonant, then when we add er to the end of the adjective, we've got to double the last letter. So big becomes bigger with the last letter G doubled. Similarly, the comparative form of the adjective fat is fatter. And again, just like with big, because the adjective ends in vowel plus consonant, we double the last letter before we add er. So, the last letter T is doubled. If the adjective ends in 2 vowels and a consonant, we don't double the last letter when we make the comparative form. So cheap becomes cheaper, not cheaper. Also, if the adjective ends in vowel plus 2 consonants, then we also don't double the last letter before adding er. So old becomes older, not older. If the adjective ends in W, then we also don't double the last letter when we add er to make the comparative form. Slow becomes slower, not slower. Okay, fine. But what about if the adjective ends in Y? Well, if the adjective ends in consonant plus Y, then we change the Y to I before we add er. This means that happy becomes happier and angry becomes angrier. Good. So we all remember the rules related to making comparative adjective forms for both short and longer adjectives. Magic. Do you also remember the other way we can make comparisons? There was another way we learned, wasn't there? That's right. If we use the as form, then we can make comparisons. But do you remember the difference? Yes, that's right. When we use the as form, we don't need the comparative form, we need the adjective. We can say that I'm as tall as you, or we can say that I'm not as tall as you. In both of those sentences, we're making a comparison, but we're not using the comparative form of the adjective. We're using the adjective. We don't say I'm as taller as you, and we don't say I'm not as taller than you. Great. And now, yes, I know, it's been a while, but here she is, ladies and gentlemen, Enid. She's back, and she's looking fantastic. Hello, people. Hello, hello. And how are you all today? You're all looking very well, I must say. Now, apparently, I've only got a short time to talk to you today, so here goes. Do you remember that I told you I made an appointment with my hairdresser? You know? Oh, good. How jolly. Well, I phoned the hairdresser and made an appointment. We fixed a time which was good for both of us. I got to the hairdresser's on time and sat down in the chair. Then the hairdresser washed my hair. She put some shampoo onto my hair and massaged the shampoo into my hair. She was very careful. Nobody likes shampoo in their eyes, do they? No. After she shampooed my hair, she rinsed my hair. She washed the shampoo out of my hair. And then she put some conditioner onto my hair. Conditioner is used to improve the condition of your hair. Do you know that word? To improve? Well, improve means to make better. If you eat healthier food, then you improve your diet, for example. If you study every day, then your English will improve. Anyway, the hairdresser massaged the conditioner into my hair to make my hair softer and nicer. After a minute or so, she rinsed the conditioner out of my hair, wrapped a towel around my head, and asked me to sit in another chair. A chair which was in front of a mirror. I sat down, and the hairdresser wrapped a large nylon sheet around me and tied it around my neck. Then the hairdresser asked me, "So, what would you like today?" I was just about to reply, but suddenly everything went dark. There was a power cut. There was no electricity. I sat there for a while, getting colder and colder every minute, and then I said goodbye and went home. My hair was still wet. My head felt very cold when I was going home, but I dried my hair as soon as I got home, so I don't think that I'm going to catch a cold. I still need a haircut though. I think I'll try again next week. Before I go back, I'm going to telephone the hairdresser and ask if the power's back on. Oh well, that's all from me. I'm off. Toodaloo, pip pip, bye. That's all from Enid, and that's all from us too, for today. Yes, we're off home now, so it's time for you to go and have another coffee, get something to eat, and get ready for whatever you're planning to do this evening. Have fun, and always remember www.m5tv.hu. I'll see you all later. Well, tomorrow to be exact, and we'll continue our journey into Mega Revision Part 2 then. See you later. Bye.